The following guidance is an example of GORE's best practices when installing SKYFLEX Aerospace products. However, it is the Aircraft Design or Engineering Authority's responsibility to develop suitable work instructions or technical orders to cover each application. GORE SKYFLEX environmental sealants protect against corrosion caused by exposure to moisture and liquids such as water, solvents, and de-icing fluids. Before using SKYFLEX Aerospace materials, check you have the correct part for the application. It should be installed prior to the expiry date. Standard durations are 2 or 10 years. Surfaces should be cleaned with an appropriate cleaner such as isopropyl alcohol and cloth. SKYFLEX environmental sealant should be laid flat and smooth without stretching while removing the adhesive release liner. Align to edges as specified in your work instruction or technical order. SKYFLEX tape can be applied easily at any angle. Start and finish between holes. Holes for fasteners to pass through can be made in a number of ways using simple tools. Care should be taken not to damage aircraft or panel surface coatings. Light pressure shows where the hole in the structure is located, allowing an accurately positioned hole to be made. Tape is available in widths up to ½ meter. Where appropriate, excess can be trimmed. Blades should be kept sharp and angled away from the aircraft surface to prevent potential damage to structure surface coatings. Wrapping tape can also provide edge protection during installation of curved panels such as a leading edge. Wrapping an edge can also save trimming. When forming a curve, SKYFLEX environmental sealant should be applied to the longest edge of the curve in a smooth, consistent shape without stretching while removing the adhesive release liner. The material excess on the short edge should be either compressed or trimmed. Align to edges as specified in your work instruction or technical order. When forming a curve, SKYFLEX tape can be applied easily at any angle. The material excess on the short edge should be either compressed or trimmed. In order to ensure a continuous seal, the SKYFLEX should be formed around the corner. A cut at 45 degrees should be made, leaving approximately 5 mm of material uncut. The remaining material should be laid smooth and compressed. Light pressure should be applied to the SKYFLEX. In order to seal, ensure a consistent overlap of SKYFLEX. The exact overlap will vary depending on your joint requirements. Data should be obtained from the aircraft design or technical authority. Where SKYFLEX is applied to seal an access panel, the tape must be overlapped. The joint should be positioned away from the fastener hole and would normally be on the trailing edge of the panel. Overlap should be between 1 mm and 5 mm. However, data should be obtained from the aircraft design or technical authority. SKYFLEX environmental gaskets can be specified with various pressure-sensitive adhesives, or PSA. If a pressure-sensitive adhesive is supplied, it is protected by a backing release liner, which should be removed during the assembly process. Alternatively, customers can use an appropriate aerospace grade adhesive or locating pins to position the gasket correctly. SKYFLEX can be installed on the structure or the panel at varying stages of the supply chain. Often, customers receive a panel with the gasket already fitted. The gasket should always be visually inspected for damage prior to closing the panel. Where holes are incorporated, these should be used to align the gasket. Common to all SKYFLEX environmental products, the gasket should be laid flat, smooth, and without stretching. Light pressure should be applied once the gasket is aligned. Typically, GORE can use the customer panel or structure drawing to create an accurate CAD-cut gasket, minimizing any opportunity for error in the physical form. GORE SKYFLEX gaskets ensure a precise, consistent sealing layer is quickly applied to the interface. Inspection criteria and use-reuse cycles should be specified by the relevant aircraft design or engineering authorities. Where a repair is required, this can be done simply and quickly. Mark the affected area and ensure any joints will not be close to a fastener hole. Lift all affected material, ensuring not to damage the surface below. Cleanup of adhesive can normally be achieved by using an appropriate isopropyl alcohol cleaner or an adhesive tape. Guidance should be sought from the aircraft design or engineering authorities for the application. Inspection criteria, use, reuse cycles should be specified by the relevant aircraft design or engineering authorities for the application. Cut a replacement piece of SKYFLEX, allowing for an overlap on both sides. Common to all SKYFLEX aerospace products, this should be laid flat, smooth, and without stretching. Apply from one edge, ensuring there are no creases. To form an effective seal, an overlap of 1 to 5 mm is recommended. Compress any overlap. Any holes required can be created quickly using simple tools. Appropriate adhesive tape can aid removal of any residual materials on the structure. Damaged gaskets can also be repaired using the appropriate SKYFLEX tape product. Contact GORE for further details. More information on SKYFLEX aerospace materials can be found on www.gore.com.